Today I'm going to give a race review or recap on my first DNF. This race happened February 19th, 2017 at in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and this was the Virginia Beach Distance Races 100K. They also have a 50K option, and that race I would actually say is a really good race. It's on a 2.3 mile looped course around a golf course. So for the 50K option, you're looking at 13 laps plus a small out and back. And then for the 100K, 26 laps plus a little bit longer out and back. Now I wish I had known the day of the race that the out and back did count on the leaderboard as a lap. Because that would have made me be able to plan what was going on a little bit later on in the race. You only had to maintain, on this course particularly, because there was a 12-hour time cap, you only had to maintain just over an 11-minute mile to stay on pace. So that really, to me, just didn't seem like it was too out of the question to be able to finish this race. 12 hours is not a long time for a 100K. And so I will say that for a DNF on this course, it was pretty common. Only 5 people finished. I don't know how many people started, but for only having 5 people finish, I mean, that's pretty crazy that they were able to do that in the 12-hour time frame. There's obviously a lot of elite runners that can do this because this course is very flat, but this is going to sound like excuses, but these are some of the reasons why I didn't end up finishing. Was I capable of running 62 miles that day? Absolutely. Had I had 30 more minutes, and again, that sounds like an excuse, but had I had 30 more minutes, I would have finished. I was given an official 50-mile split, so my time there was 9:54. I did the math in my head, and I did keep moving, but I ended up walking, and I finished with 55 miles in 11 and a half hours. So another 12K or so, and I think I would have been able to finish the race. Some things that I didn't expect in February, as I had been training between maybe 20 degrees and 50 degrees, was this particular day it was 70 degrees outside. So it was quite warm. I had just come off vacation, so I had been on a long taper. I had run recently a trail 50K and had a training run 50K within about 2 weeks, but that was about 5 weeks out from the race. So I stopped kind of doing the long runs in January. I had 2 more 20 milers, and then I kind of backed off. So obviously I could have put in some more training miles. I can't use elevation as being a mistake or a training mistake. I ran a race in October where there was a lot of rolling hills, and I hadn't really trained for that elevation. I did finish that race, and it was definitely hard, but this race was flat, so that wasn't something that I could use as an excuse. Now on a 2.3 mile looped course, you have access to your drop bag or aid stations every 2 miles, just over 2 miles. And that's something that I took full advantage of. I wasted a lot of time doing that. So something I can do in the future is, even though the 50K, I would say, you don't have to take anything with you on your loops. You have plenty of time. You have the 12 hours. I did run like a 4:30, 4:38 last year on the 50K. And I only took a water bottle with me. But for the 100K, you need all the time that you can. So something I'll take next year, because I am registered for it, is a vest or a hydration bladder or something, so you don't necessarily have to stop every loop. I lost plenty of time because in my other reviews you've seen, I don't have a lot of expectations when I get into races other than finishing. And so for this one, I didn't have it calculated down to the point where I knew this is as long as I could stay in an aid station. So I knew my laps. The first 28 were ranging in like the just over 8.5 minute time frame. So I was doing really well with that, and I knew that I had to maintain at least like 11:20. I can't quite remember what it is, uh, time pace to for the 62 miles in order to finish in 12 hours. So I had some time to play with, but my goal was to bank as much time as possible. So in my head, I was banking all this time based off my splits, but I wasn't taking into consideration the fact that I was wasting that banked time in the aid station. I needed that for later in the race when I was getting tired. So that's something that I'm going to think about later too, is aid station time maintenance. Other races, I've breezed through the aid station, grabbed what I needed, and took off. But the mere fact that you have access to your drop bag here, you can kind of mull around a little bit and waste time. So something that I'll definitely not do next time is waste time. Um, Nothing really hampered me injury wise. I did get a little bit of a calf cramp. I've been using a calf sleeve for my long runs, and I didn't take it that day because I didn't think that I needed it. My calf has been feeling a lot better, and so it's just something kind of out of the normal. So it actually went. I had a left calf cramp that went away very quickly. That happened about mile 13, and then I had a right camp. I can't say that, calf cramp at about mile 47. So it was interesting, the time, the distance in between the two. I drank as much as I could. I had a lot of salt. I sweated a lot of salt. Salt was caked all over my face and my hat. So I knew I was getting enough, but I was still experiencing these cramps, and I only used the restroom once. So um, even though it was only 70 degrees, which would be amazing in the summer, it's something that my body hadn't acclimated to yet. So I'll be running it again next year, and all I have to show for it this year is this: no medal, got a t-shirt, but anyway, first DNF. Hopefully it's the last one. I'll plan better and I'll run smarter. Thanks for watching.